What can we learn from the Cardi B and Offset divorce? Grab your stick, grab your drink. Let's get into this thing right now.
Hot beat, smoke it, drink it down. With your boys, you got Jeff around. Feel the vibe, we're set to roll. Let's play, let's lose control. Sip a drink and smoke will swirl. Join the convo around the world. Relationships we dissect slow. Current events, we let them flow.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy JB coming right back at you, and you know what it is. It's the Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. I'm the Real Cigar Jeff. Y'all do me a favor, man. Get down in the description. Support the channel. Get the merch. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as soon as you come into the building. Tonight, we getting into one of the hottest topics out there. It is Cardi B and Offset going through divorce proceedings, and I wanted to talk about the things we can learn, and I'm gonna probably give y'all 3 reasons why I think that what we can learn from the Cardi B Offset divorce. But whenever I come into these relationship conversations, I gotta bring in my resident single, married, and divorced and post-divorce therapy counseling expert. I'm gonna let her introduce herself. Y'all see the shirt? Y'all see the shirt? She coming with it tonight. She coming with it tonight. Old school is in the building. I'm gonna let her introduce herself and tell y'all what.
It went with my Adidas.
Okay. I'm gonna let her introduce herself and tell y'all what she's smoking on, drinking on.
We always got love for New Edition. Always. Thanks for having me back, JB. I thought I was gonna do something different today. I thought I was gonna make me like a pineapple mule since I tasted one the other day, but that didn't happen. So I had to crack open my new bottle. This one full, y'all.
That. I was in Total Wine the other day. I should have picked up a bottle.
This is full, so I got my little glass.
And that's the Bailey's cookies and cream or mint chocolate chip. Which one is it?
Cookies and creamy. Cookies and creamy. Yeah, that's what I'm sipping on.
Okay.
So yeah, back to you.
Man, appreciate you being on. Y'all know I had to go get my nub. Y'all see it, nub by Oliva Habano, one of my favorite sticks. Just a chill stick. Had to go ahead and get me the box. And even though this is a red solo cup, right? It's my margarita in it. But I made my margarita with my mezcal, my illegal brand mezcal.
Okay. That's the name on it. I thought
that's
you
the name on it.
Like,
Mezcal artisanal for all my tequila people out there. Y'all know that mezcal. And don't get me wrong, guys. A little bit of mezcal. That was my base. I did an ounce of mezcal, half an ounce of Milagro Reposado, and a half an ounce of 1800 coconut, and my Fever Tree margarita mix.
Really?
I couldn't bring it in because that needed to be in the fridge. Y'all got to take my word for it. Yes, really. See, y'all, she already.
I didn't know you gonna go through all the ingredients.
That's what people want to know. People want to know. And I bring a little tahini in there. Bring a little tahini in there.
Bailey's, one ingredient.
Man, y'all, let's get into this thing. Rhonda, when you got the topic that we were going to be talking about, the Offset and Cardi B divorce, what was the first thing that came to your mind?
Probably nothing. Probably nothing surprising. Probably just like everybody else. Like, because when I first heard the story, I was like, "Oh, he must be broke." Why would he ask for spousal support? I was like, something got to be up because that don't even make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And so then, of course, a few days later, we hear about his gambling debts and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, I knew it had to be something more than that. Like, you're not asking for spousal support if you good. If you're not about to do that, and you don't have custody of the kids. I'm like, okay, like you know how they do, not majority custody of the kids.
Yeah, you're not the primary. You're not the primary custody.
Yes.
Even though it's joint custody, you're not the primary custody.
Yeah. And plus,
custodian.
I didn't know. I didn't know he was. I didn't know he was a gambler. I mean, it makes sense though, but I didn't know he was. It just gave me more insight into probably what they were going through with all the, the back and forth with the breakups, right? Like it
Mm-hmm.
made me. I'm gonna tell you what I thought about initially. I was like, ooh, is that why when she said during COVID that she was gonna divorce him, but then they came up with that McDonald's deal? Was it enough to
Mm-hmm.
get them through? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then they
Mm-hmm.
did that, right? So I don't know, but it made me just think about all the time she said she would leave, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then with the baby that's 8 months, was that a last ditch effort
To try to save it.
to try to save it? Yeah, so that was
Yeah.
my thoughts. But I was like, oh, somebody gambling, you better get gone.
And you know, it's interesting, guys. Is it Ron? I appreciate that perspective. I didn't have that written down in my notes about the gambling, but since Rhonda said that, I'm gonna share this article real
Allegedly.
fast. Allegedly, now, Rhonda, I sent you that. Now, that's what allows us to say what we say. All right, I want to go over here to media takeout real fast. I know they don't join in. Did y'all see this right here? What Rhonda talking about? Offset
Hmm.
reportedly owes $10 million in gambling debt. Now, guys, we over here at media takeout. Rhonda, you can see this, right?
Oh yes. Hmm.
Cardi B, Cardi B's breaking point. Offset reportedly owes $10 million in gambling debts. Looks like Offset's luck may have finally run out, and not just at the tables. According to a new report, Cardi B's estranged husband Offset is drowning in more than $10 million in gambling debt, and that's not even the worst of it. Sources say he's also on the hook for over $2 million in tax liens from both IRS and state tax authorities. Yep, we're talking about a serious financial crisis. A source close to the couple spilled the tea, revealing Offset's gambling habit has spiraled out of control. Offset loves to gamble, and he owes a lot, like $10 million. That debt reportedly includes a mix of personal loans and losses to casinos across the country. It's
Mm.
given high risk, high reward. I mean, high risk, low reward. And Cardi wasn't about to go down with him. While many fans assume cheating rumors were the final straw, insiders are now saying it was financial recklessness that really made Cardi pull the plug on their relationship. Cardi left not just because of the cheating, it was all the gambling losses. It's one thing to have a cheating husband. You might be able to live with that. But no one can live with a man gambling away the family's money.
Yeah.
Honestly, can you blame her? Cardi has been very public about how hard she's worked to build her empire, from stripping to superstardom, and now a successful businesswoman and mom. Watching your partner burn through millions, possibly putting your family's future at risk, that's a whole different kind of betrayal. As of now, there's no word on whether Cardi B plans to step in and help Offset out of his financial mess. But one thing's clear, she's not sticking around to play the ride or die while he bets the house. Ladies, let this be a reminder. Love is beautiful, but financial red flags, even more important to watch for. Rhonda, look, I'm going to tell you what I want everybody to see in here.
Hmm.
Cardi B didn't want to leave this man. Cardi B, the individual, didn't want to leave this man. Cardi B, the businesswoman, had to leave this man.
Mm.
Look at what they said, businesswoman and mom. See, a lot of y'all say mom and businesswoman. Cardi B, the woman, did not want to leave Offset. Cardi B, the businesswoman, had to leave Offset. Jump in there, let me know what you think
Hmm.
about the article and what you
And,
know, what
and
I think
and
what I just said.
adjust your sound again, Jeff, for me.
Okay.
Let me see. Yeah.
Okay, is that better?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Um. I mean, no, that's a good point. I didn't pay attention to that part because that is a good point about her being a businesswoman, and a
First.
mom. Yeah, first. Yeah, and that's what yeah, that's what she's been this whole time till she got with him.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but maybe he knew that she didn't want to go, right? Didn't that Cardi B, the woman, didn't want to go. So if I run up these bills, she gonna always bail me out because maybe that's how it started.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be other opportunities. There'll be other opportunities. And then what? Takeoff dies. Was that who got killed?
Take when
Take.
Takeoff. Remember, Rhonda, we talked about
And
this
I
when
think it just
Takeoff
probably
died.
got yeah. I think it just got worse.
Yeah.
When that happened for him, like maybe he started gambling even more. But allegedly, we don't know. You know what? But I
Yeah,
can see
guys.
how that could be a point for him to
Uh huh.
to go ahead and go all in. But I always will say this: a woman needs security. If the man ain't providing, the woman's gonna find that security somewhere, and she's securing her bag. And I thought it was interesting as soon as I think a couple of days later, she came Instagram official with
With
with the
Stefan.
yes, uh-huh.
With Stefan
You
Diggs.
know,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I said, if you gone, man, gone. Like just leave her be. You know,
I
let her get her bag. She gonna look out for her and her kids. But that don't mean you get parts of it because you out here being reckless, allegedly.
Well, and then see that guy. That's why when Rhonda and I are talking about this for entertainment purposes only, and everything is alleged, so that Rhonda and I don't keep having to say allegedly. Shout out to Devarion Jarvell when he did that
I'm just saying.
allegedly, right? Because we ain't trying to get sued. But let me tell y'all something, man. If y'all ain't dealt with no grief,
Hmm.
and one of the things I took away with it, guys, Cardi B knew what Offset's addiction was. Notice we ain't talking drugs, we ain't talking alcohol, we talking gambling. And y'all got to understand, gambling is a science. Gambling is not something you do if you don't understand the science behind it. I'm glad Rhonda brought that up. She needs security. But as a businesswoman, if you got somebody out there who ain't no longer making hits, guys, when was the last time we seen Offset on a feature? Or we seen an Offset album, right? And I'm going to say this, and I hope I don't piss the fellas off. You will only get those loans from the casino because you were Cardi B's husband, not
Mm.
because you were Offset.
Mm.
And there's a lot of men out there. There's a
Mm.
lot of men out there that we don't know their
Living off their
name,
wise name.
living off their wife name, living off their wife's influence, right? And again, I'm a Migos fan. I hated to see when Takeoff died because I don't think Quavo has been the same, and I don't think Offset has been the same. I think Offset. Now I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Sad thing to say. I'm glad it's gambling and not drugs or alcohol. Because if it's gambling, guess what? You look, he gonna run out of money eventually, right?
I don't know, but he
Or
he he may sell his children.
no, he won't sell his children. He gonna have to do what Bruno Mars did allegedly, which is guess what? You gonna have to
What
go
he
tour
did?
again. You gonna have to get back in that studio to make that money back,
Oh.
right?
Mm.
Bruno Mars got in trouble with casinos out in Vegas, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh,
And he
okay.
out
No,
there
I had
doing
never
his
heard of that.
residency. And yeah, evidently, allegedly, he in trouble with the casinos out there. So he got to put on all these
All I'm
concerts out in
seeing is that
Vegas.
guy now. All I'm seeing is
Oh
that
yeah,
guy now.
when he did that, right? When he did that, y'all, man, look, when the Varion Jarvell did that, allegedly, right? Hey, look, that's what we're gonna keep saying. But I want y'all to kind of understand this, guys, that if you're a man out there, if you're a man out there, once you start being known as her husband, once you start being known by her instead of yourself, it's already over. And there's too many men. You see it on Instagram that are fine with being with they're fine with being the parasite and not the host, right?
Mm.
Because a parasite just keeps sucking, just keeps sucking. No growth, no growth. Just keep sucking, hoping you get bigger, hoping you gonna take care of them, hoping you gonna let them come around with you. Always trying to be with you, but not trying to do anything with yourself. And guys, I got to tell y'all, man, I got Ronnie. Let's get into this other article I got real
Oh, okay.
fast, and
Okay.
then me and you gonna get into this thing.
Okay.
I got three things I want to go over and get your opinion on. We going over here to page 6 because let's transition to this thing. Close this. All right, guys. Cardi B makes Stefon Diggs' romance Instagram official with raunchy twerking video as nasty
Excuse me.
divorce from Offset rolls on. I'm gonna try to get through this quick, guys. Occur. I know how to say it. Can you see that, Ron?
Yes.
Okay. Cardi B made her relationship with NFL star Stefon Diggs Instagram official days after slamming her ex Offset as a deadbeat dad. The up rapper featured the New England Patriots wide receiver in a carousel posted to Instagram Sunday. Now y'all know these are after the pictures of Stefon Diggs being
Yes.
on the boat with the
Yes.
pink substance. One photo showed the couple cuddled up. Now notice, I think it's the same boat. One photo showed the couple cuddled up while lounging on the deck of a yacht during their Memorial Day celebration in Miami last weekend. Now I want to say something to women. Cardi B is a businesswoman. She got on Louboutin
Yeah, I
heels.
saw that. That's the first thing I saw.
She got on Louboutin heels on that boat, guy. He got on socks. And I want y'all to see something about this picture right here. Do y'all know how Offset used to walk around with the headscarf like ASAP Rocky? All them boys wear them
Oh, did he?
headscarf.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah. Oh yeah. See, guys, when your woman is a businesswoman, she gonna turn you into what she want. She gonna turn you into what she want. Somebody help me, Holy Ghost. Let me get
Not help
down
me,
here.
Holy Ghost. Okay.
Look, y'all see her. Ladies, y'all better learn how to dress on the boat. Look at that. That's what got Stefon Diggs going crazy right there. Y'all better learn how to get. Look, Cardi B is showing everybody right now she still got it. Okay. Cardi also included a raunchy video that showed her twerking on Diggs in a black thong swimsuit. The football player rubbed and smacked her behind in the racy footage. The Grammy winner shared additional Slides featuring bouquets of red roses and giant teddy bears, seemingly gifted from the pro athlete. Chapter 5, hello, Chapter 6. She wrote in the caption. Y'all can see him. Y'all can see him in the pictures right there.
Mm-hmm.
CARDI 32, Diggs 31 appear to be on good terms after the NFL star came under fire for his
Mm-hmm.
interaction with a group of bikini-clad women during the recent yacht party.
Mm-hmm.
Last Thursday, a source told the Daily Mail that the Bodak Yellow hitmaker was mad at her boo for flirting with the ladies. Girls will throw themselves on him all the time, but she wishes he wouldn't be a scumbag and flirt back. Notice, guys, Cardi B ain't got no issue, right, with Offset's cheating. She got an issue with the gambling. The pair sparked dating rumors in February when they were seen partying in New York City. They later spent Valentine's Day together. The two made their first public appearance early this month, sitting courtside at Madison Square Garden for an NBA playoff game between the Celtics and the Knicks. Y'all see the picture right there. Now, that's what I want y'all to see. Look at Offset's scar. Look at Offset's scar. She knows what she likes. She dresses up her men like dolls, guys. She
No, I
dresses up her men
mean,
like
really,
dolls.
but okay.
Yes. Meanwhile, the WAP MC is currently in the middle of a contentious divorce from her estranged husband, Offset. The exes share 3 kids, Culture, Wave, and Blossom. Cardi claimed on Friday that the Migos alone has only seen their youngest child a handful of times since Blossom's birth in September 2024. Offset has seen Blossom only like 5 times. Cardi claimed in an X Spaces conversation. I said, you can see my kids in my house. I want my daughter to feel the love of her dad. He hasn't seen his kid since March. Rhonda, reading that article, what do you think?
I mean, I don't think Offset has a leg to stand on. Like I think he's
Ooh, she just preached.
if he wasn't in a bad light before, he is now, right? And so
She just preached, guys.
I mean, she basically put him on blast, but while also letting you know because the article was naming her hits, right? As excuse
Yeah.
me, that would still get people on the floor in the club if it was being played. Not saying that the Migos
Mm-hmm.
won't, because I love me a good walking like a talker, right?
Yes.
Walking like a talker. But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I'm just saying they won't doing that with. I know, Lord, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
like, so you could tell even the article was about her
Mm-hmm.
talking about him.
Yes.
So I thought that article just went down the line, but it also sounds like not only is she okay with cheating with her partners, for lack of a better phrase, I just think that she knows that that's what it is.
Stop right there. Guys, what y'all don't understand is 2 things Rhonda pointed out, y'all, if y'all didn't catch it. Don't ever become irrelevant. Don't ever become irrelevant as a man. Don't ever become the sideshow as a man. And one of the things y'all gonna understand is once you become a businesswoman, flesh and blood activity of other people don't bother you. Notice I called it flesh and blood activity, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you messing with her assets, she got a problem. She don't care what you're doing with these other girls.
Yeah,
She don't care, right? That Cardi B is dressing
yeah,
these
that's what I
boys up
said.
like
Yeah.
her dolls. She is the businesswoman. Y'all gotta understand, Stephon Diggs just signed a 3-year, $69 million deal with the Patriots, and that's her doll, baby. Look at what she said. She mad that he flirted back. He a scumbag. But guess what she like? Cardi B, the woman, Cardi B, the identity, likes that, right? Cardi B, the businesswoman, say, man, that ain't no big deal. This thing keeping me in the news. This thing making me relevant. Ain't nobody talking about Offset hits.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody talking about Offset. Everybody talking about Offset gambling. Everybody talking about Offset asking for spousal support. I ain't gonna share that article, right? But there's so many men out there right now waiting for their woman to try to leave them so they can get them for spousal support. As the system is set up, that while women have been given empowerment, now they're facing the same thing that men face in a separation.
And it
Cardi
don't
B is
feel
being,
good when what
and
they
it
say
don't feel,
when the rabbit got the gun.
when the rabbit got the gun. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, right? So all y'all men out there, you don't want to be in that position, man. You don't want to be in that position because once the woman gets that type of influence, why does she need you?
And
Right?
at this
And a lot
point,
of
I don't know who he could collab with to make him,
let me tell y'all this. I'm glad
be
Rhonda
relevant.
said that. I'm glad Rhonda said that. Offset, if he's in the midst of a gambling addiction, what he's asking for spousal support for is because he's trying to feed his addiction. But Offset need to get back in the studio. Him and Quavo need to get back in the studio. Rhonda just said something that I forgot. You and your wife were a McDonald's meal.
Yeah.
And anybody in the black community know that's a big deal when you get a McDonald's meal,
Mhm.
right? And I'm telling y'all right now, how do you go from McDonald's meal? And guess what? What Cardi B realized is us being together don't mean business anymore. Right, guys? Y'all gotta remember,
Yeah,
like,
what there's
look,
assets and liabilities.
right? Yeah, look, you can only carry out, or you can only carry a liability so long.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want y'all to understand this, guys. Cardi B no longer has any business relevance with Offset, and that's why she leaving. Right? Cardi B, the individual, love Offset. That's the father of her children. But what did the article call her first? A businesswoman. If your woman is a businesswoman first, all y'all out here hoping she won't leave you because of the kid. If she ever get a taste of business, right? She gotta protect what business has given her. Guys, she on a doggone yacht with some. You can look, guys. I go fishing. I don't even think you can wear them shoes on the boat,
Oh my Lord, there you go.
right? But she, when you chartered a boat like that, guys, this is a business. She knew those pictures were going to be published, and guess what? Guess what? Cardi B reminded you that she still got it, and that she's still a sex symbol, and that guys still want her. That's what I. And what she let
Even if it
everybody
is
know,
Stephon Diggs,
even if it is Stephon Diggs, who everybody knows the biggest player in the NBA. Biggest,
NFL,
biggest, biggest
NBA,
player. I mean,
NFL.
yeah, biggest player in the
Oh,
NFL. Sorry, biggest
yeah.
player in the
Oh,
NFL.
okay.
I'm getting a text about the playoffs right now. So
Oh.
the NBA playoffs, right? So guys, I can tell y'all like this: when I see divorce happen, right? Y'all have heard me say it plenty of times. The only thing worse than marriage is divorce. The only thing worse than marriage is divorce. Now, Rhonda, you got to let me do this as we get ready to. I wanted to go over those articles, and then I want to talk about these three things,
Oh,
and
okay.
then we'll close it out.
Okay.
Okay. I want to give you these three things, and I want us to discuss these. This is the reason what I'm learning from Offset and Cardi B's divorce. You don't date the person that you see. You don't marry you're not married to the person you see. You're married to their history and soul ties. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
You're married to their history and their soul ties. Number two, guys, kids are not a blessing. They are a bargaining chip. Kids are not a blessing. They're a bargaining chip. Number three, escapes and exits are always planned in advance, not spur of the moment. Look, guys, we just saw these boys from New Orleans break out of this jail. They didn't just wake up and break out. Look at what the guy just said today on the news. I didn't break out, I got let out.
Is that what the guy said?
That's what he said.
Well,
They
when the
went to
ones
their
that
house.
did they
The
catch all
one,
of them yet?
no, he's still two on the loose at the
Oh,
time of
okay.
this recording. So, Ron, let's
Okay.
go back to you don't date the person, you date their history and their soul ties.
Mm.
What do you think about that?
I mean, that's a good one. Your list was good.
Y'all see, every now and then you get reminded you still somebody's little brother, bro. They don't, like, I ain't even need all the neck action.
Yeah, because no, but what I was gonna say about it, that is true. That is who you date, but we still think we're dating the person,
Mm-hmm.
even
Mm-hmm.
though the latter is what it is.
Yes.
Because we really don't want to look at the history, right? Don't nobody. Do you really want to know your girl's body count? Do you really want to know your man's body count? Some cases you
Mm-hmm.
do, some cases you don't. Do
Mm-hmm.
you want to know how many like children you and baby mamas you gonna have to deal with?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Based on how old you are, you may end
Yeah.
up with that, right? And
Yeah.
so, and those soul ties are strong.
Yes.
Those soul ties are strong, and it's like, is that what you want to put up with? But it's no different than what we were talking about with Travis Hunter and his wife.
Yes. Travis Hunter, Leanna Lene.
Cardi
Yep.
loved Offset more than Offset loved Cardi,
Love Cardi
and
B. Yes.
this is how you get what you got here. She was trying to make that thing work, trying to hold that thing together,
But stop right
like
there,
giving
Ron.
him.
Stop right there. When she got with Offset, the Migos were the top. They were the top group out there.
Mm-hmm.
She was impressed
And
because
she was
I
just
can link
starting
up with
out
him.
too. They did those
I
collabs.
yes, I can link up. I can link up with him, and I can take my career to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rhonda right about that. But she loved Offset more than Offset loved her. And
Mm-hmm.
one of the things you're gonna find is that whoever loved the person the most is the weakest person in the relationship.
And you talking about something through a straw? Are you kidding me? Who gonna be leaving? You kidding me? So, but go ahead.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
I'm talking about the song. I'm talking about the song.
Yes. But let me say this to you guys, man. When you wondering where that argument comes from, when you wondering like why are things not working out, and Stephon Diggs gonna be dealing with Cardi B soul ties in history soon. Right now it's brand new and all that. Cardi B done been through a lot of stuff. She just happened to be famous now, right? Your celebrity status don't wipe away those soul ties.
That's why I say
It don't
stripper,
it
right?
don't wipe away that
Stripper
history, right?
to superstar. Yeah, like
Absolutely, right. All you did was amplify them soul ties in that history. So that hurt and that pain that she went through, guess what, guys? You dealing with it. Sometimes you look up, you like, why is this person coming at me? Why am I arguing with this person? I told everybody, Ron and I did a couple weeks ago, Ron said why every couple should go see Sinners. When you dealing with them soul ties and when you dealing with these spirits that are on people, you better know what you're dealing with. And right now, guys, right now, that's those spirits are alive and well because
you gotta see them first. You better see them jokers.
Cardi B is fighting the spirits that's been on her, the soul ties, that history. That's what she see Offset as now, and she's coming back with revenge. Some of us are better at revenge than we are at planning. So look, I ain't gonna plan on doing something, but if you cross me, now you're gonna see a different person.
I don't know
That's what I want.
anybody that wouldn't think that way. Like
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
I
know if
agree.
it's
I'm
as
right there
hard
with
as
you.
revenge, right? But
Bruh,
yeah, like
I'm better at revenge. I'm
again,
better at
I
revenge
know
than I am at planning.
I know we can't quote certain people, but Kale said it when a woman's fed up.
You can go, okay.
No, don't cancel me, cancel yourself. But yeah, but it's just the truth. When a
Guys, but
woman's
that's
fed
that's
up,
what I want y'all to see, right? You're not dating the person. You're not married to the person. You're married to their history and their soul tie. And everybody got them. When you see a
yeah.
person just coming at you, they fighting a soul tie that they can't get to, or they fighting a history that they can't get to, and they taking it out on you. That's going to be the biggest blessing for some of y'all right now if y'all made it this far into the podcast. Number 2, kids are a bargaining chip. They're not a blessing. Kids are a bargaining chip, not a blessing. How is Offset going to get this spousal support? What is he going to ask to see more of?
Well, he don't even see him now, right?
That's what she
So
said. Allegedly, she said he don't see him.
he ain't seeing them kids.
But she said, now, notice, guys, she said the 8-month-old one. Why did she specifically say the 8-month-old one? As a businesswoman.
I don't know.
Because
Depends on who asked for the baby.
as a bargaining chip, if you Offset, which one do you need the most? Which one gonna pay you the longest?
But isn't that the one he's questionable about? Right?
Yeah, I think
Wasn't
he
that
came
stuff?
back. I think he did paternity tests
They
and all
had
that
to
kind
do
of
that.
stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But what I'm saying to y'all is the 8-month-old one is why Offset wanted. Cardi B ain't stupid. That's why Cardi B talking about the 8-month-old one. Because she got to let the judge know, don't give this man spousal support or child support for this 8-month-old one. Now, culture, that's different. Culture look just like him. That's his baby. But she's 6. Cardi B said, I could do
And they've
12
had
years of it.
time together. They've had
They've had
time
time
together.
together, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this 8-month-old is where Cardi B is like, I don't want 18 or 17 years and 4 months of child support plus college, all that stuff going to him. Because what she trying to say, he's a deadbeat. Now, guys, I don't know if Offset is a deadbeat. Here's what I know. And I'm probably gonna get a lot for this one. The more that daddy is in the streets, the more the kids love him. Kids can't stand a daddy that's always at home.
I don't
Kids
know,
love it.
but you sent me a reel the other day with Uncle Luke.
Yeah, Uncle Luke preached now. That's another podcast
And
for
then
another
he said
day.
his kids don't even like him. He done
His
spent all that
kids
money.
his kids don't like him. He paying $2,500, paid over almost $3 million in child
Yeah.
support. Right? So guys, kids are bargaining chip. And anybody who try and tell you how much they love their kids, they doing that because they think somebody gonna leave them. And I got to be
But
able to
that's why
say I
you
spent the most
secure the
time with them.
bag, right? That's why they use that now. Secure the bag. They know you get pregnant. There used to be a song that says, "Have a baby by me, baby,
Be a
be a
millionaire."
millionaire." Yes. Mm-hmm.
50 Cent song.
Is it? Oh, okay. Okay. But
Okay.
yeah.
If you see a man or a woman who always talking about their kids, a man or a woman who always talking about the kids, it ain't because they love the kids. It's because it's a bargaining chip because they know the divorce coming. And I need to be able to say I did more so I can get them more. Because if I'm the breadwinner, I'm trying to save my money. If I'm not the breadwinner, I'm trying to make my money.
And right now in this day and age, it seems like people care more about the court of public opinion than
Yes.
anything official.
Social media. Yes. Social media, guys, is
You know what
driving
I'm
up.
saying? So,
Guys, let me tell y'all something. A man or a woman, don't nobody love their kids that much. They bargaining chips. They trying to make the other parent look bad. They trying to make the other parent look deficient. Because it's a bargaining chip, because they know that relationship over.
yeah, because the child on the phone, they on social media, they doing
Your
Roblox and
child,
stuff.
your child is back there on their iPad with headphones on. Don't
Mm-hmm.
just because they sitting beside you on the couch don't mean you spending time with them.
Yeah.
Right? Now, my point to you guys is, hear me out when I say that. If whoever talking about, if you're a man or a woman talking about you loving your kids, but I'll never see you talking about loving your spouse the same way, these kids are a bargaining chip. They're not a blessing. You know the divorce is coming. Whoever talks about the kids the most, you know the divorce is coming, and this is how you gonna make your money. You gonna say the kids belong with me. It's a bargaining chip, right? It's a bargaining chip. Last one, around the third one I came up with. Let me repeat that.
Mm-hmm.
Escapes and exits are always planned in advance, not spur of the moment. What do you think about that one, Ryan?
Well, that one I immediately thought about domestic violence,
Mm-hmm.
right? But even Tina Turner had a plan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Oh
know
yeah.
if she was planning on jumping out that car, but she did. You know what I'm saying? According to the movie.
Mm-hmm. According to the
Like,
movie, there.
yeah, because I think when you know stuff ain't right, when stuff has shifted, yeah, you're gonna always look for X. You don't look for the X's when you go in certain places.
Hey, look,
Like, you know what I'm
guys.
saying?
I go into a restaurant now. What do we get taught? Don't sit with your back to the door.
Mm.
Right? Right? Like, you think about some of the escapes and exits are always playing. Cardi B been playing her escape. I got taught a long time ago. Quit happen long before stop occurs.
But if he's draining the accounts, she had to go.
Hey guys,
Allegedly.
y'all gotta understand. He's not draining the account. He's creating liens against the account.
Yeah.
And when you
But they
lose,
could probably go snatch something though. I don't know.
that means they can snatch it. See, it ain't like you can make payments on a casino loan. They come and take their money.
Whatever
It's a
collateral, whatever.
whatever collateral, they come take it when you lose, guys. But just know, guys, look, if a person want to leave, like, here's the deal. A lot of people struggle with me because when I want to go on a trip, I'm gonna tell you the last minute. I book my flight the last minute, but
Yeah.
I'm not normal. Most people who book flights plan it months in advance. Most people who book trips plan it months in advance. What you think your spouse doing if they want to leave you? It is never a surprise. But the person who's not a business person, and let me tell you this, guys, the person who's not a business person never see it coming. Never see it coming. Escapes and exits are always planned in advance. Cardi B playing this. That's why, look, here's what happened, right? I'm going to say this to y'all. This is just my personal opinion. I ain't going to say allegedly. This is just my personal opinion. Offset probably had Stephon Diggs on his fantasy team. Offset probably rooted for Stephon Diggs.
Oh my Lord.
Offset probably loves Stephon Diggs as a football player. Cardi
Probably
B said
bet
say
on him,
less.
basically.
Probably bet on him. Probably bet on him, guys, on his fantasy team. All this kind of stuff,
And then
parlays
he
and stuff
digging
like
in
that.
his wife.
Bruh. Guys, look, guys, she didn't choose Stephon Diggs for no reason. And when I saw the headscarf like Offset, I said, oh my God, this girl got enough money that Stephon Diggs is willing to be her dog baby. She trolling Offset, guys. She still love Offset. She don't want Stephon Diggs, bro.
I think she's gonna always have love for him.
Bro, when you look, she
She's
love
not in
Offset.
love with him, but she does have she will always have some love for him. Yeah.
Guys, she don't want Stephon Diggs. This is the guy that let me punish you by showing everybody. Cause guess what? Cardi B gonna release the receipts. Offset, I guarantee you, Offset the biggest Stephon Diggs fan out there.
What woman you know don't carry receipts on
No,
certain
I
things?
agree. I agree, guys. I agree. Right? But that's what you're gonna find. That woman knows how that there's some significance to Stephon Diggs. Cardi B could have had any man she wanted. There ain't one man. Yeah, people can say all they want. Ain't no woman turning down what was just on. Ain't no man turning down what was on that yacht. Right? Ain't no man turning it down. Cardi B, right, could have any man she wants.
Sure.
Why did she choose Stephon? Why did she choose Stephon Diggs? There's a connection that gonna piss Offset off. Now Offset out there saying the right
it
thing.
probably already has, right? Like,
Offset out there saying
he should have asked about spousal support in the beginning when stuff was starting to be filed and stuff.
He did. He has asked for spousal support.
I'm talking about in the beginning, like at the sound, like you never heard talk of spousal support until recently.
Well, here's the problem. Here's the problem that Offset has. The girls you gonna be able to get ain't gonna put you in the news and make you relevant.
Yeah, who
We
gonna?
don't know the girls that Offset are with. Offset still like regular girls. Cardi B went and got somebody that would get her in the news because I guarantee you her downloads have increased on Apple Music and all that stuff. Guys, don't look, man. The exit is always playing. The exit and escape is always playing. Quit happening long before
But
stop occur.
still, it still don't get planned until some stuff go down.
Now it don't get executed.
Yeah, you start
Now,
planning
guys,
when some stuff goes, when stuff start
I
looking rough.
guarantee
Like,
you the
oh,
first
okay.
time I guarantee it was cute, right? Cardi B and Offset in Vegas, they throw 100,000 on the table, go to the steakhouse. We lost 100 grand, no big deal, baby. I'm getting the studio. I'll cut a record. We'll make that back. Okay, cool. Guess what he didn't do? He didn't get in the studio. We ain't heard no music from Offset that's been a banger. Like you said, we're walking like a talking at.
Well, it was that one. Dang. Let's see. I can't even remember the name of it.
Right? And here's what's happening with the Migos guys. When Takeoff
Got me
died, they
Oh,
have become irrelevant. Offset, and Quavo, when Takeoff died, and remember, guys, Takeoff died at a skating ring party or something like that. These boys love to
and it's
just
so much
be.
speculation, though, right? It's so much different stories
It's a lot of
behind his
speculation and
murder
stories.
at the end of the
Yes,
day. So,
and guys, I can tell y'all, bruh,
and
when
then they
somebody
weren't
die,
talking either, right? They weren't even talking to
they
each
wasn't even
other.
talking. So there's been some issues with Offset for a minute, and Cardi B, I think, rescued her. I think Cardi B. Go ahead.
I will say this: he does have a distinctive voice. You know when Offset is on the hook. You know when
Mm-hmm.
he on the thing, but you just don't. You haven't heard, like you said, haven't heard any music
And let me
from
tell y'all
him.
this. I'm gonna say it, Ron. I'm gonna say it. There's a lot of men out there that got used to living off of their women's money. He lost his creativity. Offset and lost his
But then people
creativity.
get mad at black women for working hard. What's
No,
that
no,
about?
I don't think there's any woman. I don't think there's anybody who's
Black men
mad at a
get
black
mad
woman.
at women working hard.
No, I don't think there's any man who's mad at a black woman for working hard. I think black men get mad at black women for working hard and holding the man accountable by not just letting him sit on his Xbox all day. That's what's
She'll take
happening,
care
right?
of it. She'll
Yeah,
handle it.
and that's what. Look, guys, there's a lot of men out there like that. There's a lot of men out there that's doing that. Now, if you one of those men, let this divorce be an example to you. Let this be an example to you. She's not leaving Offset. If Offset would have been in the studio dropping hits, if Offset was in the studio dropping hits, we wouldn't have known about the gambling debt. How do we know about Whitney Houston's drug habit? Because the hits stopped dropping. The hits stopped dropping.
Mm-hmm.
If the hits stopped dropping,
Well, and the show came on because that show was
and the
everything.
show,
I knew I watched
the
it.
show was everything, right? What I'm trying to tell you guys is this: they got too many pictures of Offset at a table looking. You know what you doing? Hey guys, let me tell y'all, I love Vegas, but I'm one of the few people. If I'm going to Vegas, we ain't gambling.
Yeah,
We cigar lounging it, we eating, we walking, and now they got Top Golf. I'm at Top Golf. I don't gamble. Why? Because gambling is a science. Gambling is a profession, and I'm not trained. And guess what, guys? Thank God I'm a nobody because ain't nobody giving me a loan like that for a casino. And I'm not even trying. Gambling is entertainment because you got that money to lose. Offset is now trying to get money so that he can keep feeding his habit, his addiction,
right.
instead of trying to get back in the studio to get back to making
Or
those
have a
hits.
relationship with his kids.
Well, Rhonda, they don't care. He don't care. But look, let me tell y'all this. Look, if I hate the mama, I hate the kid. All y'all out here, if you hate the mama, you hate the kid. Offset don't want to be around those kids because just like Cardi B see those kids and it reminds her of Offset. When he look at them kids, it reminds him of Cardi B.
Well, they
When
look
y'all
just like
start hating, when you start hating the woman or hating the man, you hate the kids. Remember, guys, they're not a blessing; they're a bargaining chip. And Offset's bargaining chip is those kids, and Cardi B know it. Cardi B know it. And I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Here's my prediction. I think Cardi B gonna end up pregnant with Stefon Diggs' kid.
Her song said, "Putting it on my tummy." That's what she said.
You need to stop hanging. These little young clients you get, y'all got to understand. Rhonda got these young clients telling her about all this hip hop stuff. She
Well,
got
they'll
to
play the
listen to.
music during the session. They'll play the music during the session.
See, guys, Rhonda out here, Rhonda the old auntie who listening to the new music. and can't believe
So
what they just said. Can't
yeah,
believe what they
and
did.
that's
They
how
just
you
say what? What did they
and
say?
that's exactly how I am. Yes.
So
Rewind that.
yeah. So guys, those are my three. Those are the three things I wanted y'all to learn. Those are the three things I wanted y'all to learn, right? So when you look at this, guys, just as a reminder, you don't date the person, or you're not married to the person. You're married to their history and soul ties. Kids are a bargaining chip, not a blessing. Escapes and exits are always planned and not spur of the moment. Guys, y'all better learn to take logical takeaways from these things. And you can't stop a person from leaving, but
No,
you also ain't
can't.
responsible for making a person stay. That's all up to the individual. Me staying is my choice. Me leaving is my choice. There ain't nothing I can do. Her leaving is her choice. Her staying is her choice. You can't do nothing to impact that other than both of y'all being business people first. Both of y'all being business people first. Rhonda, what's your takeaway as we get ready to get out of here tonight?
No, I like your 3 points that you made. But just again, right? Don't overlook the red, the beige, the green, the yellow flags. Look at them all, right? Even
Mm-hmm.
the green ones may be suspect at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything on the outside may look okay, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. So, yeah, and again, stay home. Don't get married.
That's it. They were fine just dating. They were fine
Yes.
dating.
Hmm.
Everything they could have done.
And for whatever reason, man, don't have no doggone kids.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my
Yes.
takeaway. That's my
Yes.
takeaway. Because
Man,
they
I'm
could
gonna
have
tell
just
y'all,
walked their separate ways.
they could have
No
walked their
kids were
separate ways and
involved.
it would have been over. But now
Hmm.
these kids gonna be the bargaining chip for the next how many years?
Yeah.
You're gonna be fighting for the
The
next how
damage is
many
done.
years? The
Hmm.
damage is done. These kids gonna grow up with this type of trauma for the next however many years until they get 18, until they finish college. I'm gonna
Hmm.
tell y'all my takeaway. My takeaway is simple. Remember what I always say. You better have somebody you smoke, drink, and eat with, at least two of the three. And once you stop doing that, if there ain't no business to fall back on, there ain't no bit. Cardi B falling back on business. What is Offset falling back on? If two
Her.
people aren't doing business, if two exactly Offset falling back on her. If two people aren't doing business, if two people aren't doing business, you are now unequally yoked. You are now unequally yoked. I got with you because you were the hottest rapper. I got with you because you were the hottest rapper. Rhonda said it in the beginning. We got a McDonald's meal. We got a McDonald's meal. That's because we were doing business. Where McDonald's at now? You don't see no Offset and Cardi
They
B
ain't
now.
on the
What happened?
menu. Are you kidding
They
me?
ain't on the menu, guy. Once the
But
business
McRib
goes,
is. Hmm.
once the business goes, so does
Hmm.
the relationship. And y'all know what it is, man. It's Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. I'm the real Cigar Jeff. Y'all do me a favor, man. Get down in the comment section. Let us know what you think, man. Jeff and Ronda crazy. Or we own to something, man. Make sure if you hadn't already, hit that subscribe button, mash that like button, turn on that bell for notification. Y'all follow me on Twitch, man, at the real Cigar Jeff. I'm about to start going live on Twitch. I'm gonna put the link in the description, man. Cause y'all about to get just ask myself. Y'all about to get into y'all about to get into the behind the scenes of a day in the life of the real
Mm.
cigar Jeff, man. But I'm on
Okay.
Twitch at the real cigar Jeff.
We know.
Man, I gotta thank my resident
Mm-mm.
relationship dating, divorce and post divorce expert. Ronnie, let them know where they can find you on socials.
On Instagram at RMBLMBT. I ain't ready for
Man,
TikTok yet, but one day.
and y'all know what it is, man. And until next time, we gonna holler.
Happy smoke it, drink it down. Your voice, it got you around. Feel the vibe, we're set to roll. Press play, let's lose control. Sip a drink and smoke will swirl. Join the convo around the world. Relationships we dissect slow. Current events, we let them flow.